morning, my loves. How are we all? Are we well? Before we make sure we're all ready and waiting. Yes. Oh no, this blooming thing. Hang on, let me just get rid of this. And got rid of that. Let's do that, do that, do that. And back in the game. Morning all. Before we start, I need to say, joyeux anniversaire, Pascal. Oué, le birthday. Magnificent. I hope you have a lovely day from all of us, I'm sure. Maisie Daisy, morning, my love. Sharon, morning. Wendy, Anna, Frankie, bonjour. Ellen, morning, my love. AJ and Stephen, Tony, Dorothy, Michelle, Lauren P, Martin, Val, Deborah, Gillian, Noreen, and Foxtrot won the poll by about 1% from Argentine Tango and about 2% from American Smooth, which is exciting, isn't it, watching that gather pace? So next week what we'll do is we'll add Argentine Tango and maybe American Smooth in our dances. Certainly Argentine Tango, but we did American Smooth quite recently, but we'll see. So, slow oué le foxtrot. I'm going to show you a variation. The other day we did this. We did feather step. Do you remember this? Reverse turn, 3-step, like that. Now, we've got our right foot available as a man and our left foot available as a lady, which would require us, if we continued on with this little sequence, to do a natural turn variation, a right turn variation, which would invariably require a heel turn from the lady on this instant, which is what we're going to do. We're going to do a thing called a hover cross. Marvellous. Now we're going to do the basic hover cross, but there are 3 types of hover cross. You can do a basic hover cross, you can do a continuous hover cross, you can do a moving hover cross. Now, the basic one means I go into and then come straight back out of, but it's a lovely little thing. So I'm going to show you this variation. I'm going to start with the lady because she's got the heel turn, so she's got the tricky bit. Which would be the best way to do this. I'm going to do it this way. So imagine we've just done a 3-step, which is 3 steps backwards for the ladies, starting with our 1, 2, right foot. And so I've got my left foot available. It's easy for you to say. So I'm going to step backwards with my left foot and I'm going to do a heel turn, which is exactly the same as a heel turn going the other way, apart from I use the other foot. So I go back on the left foot, I'm going to close my feet as I turn, and then I'm going to come out on the left foot. So the foot you go in with is the foot you come out with. So I go back, heel turn, and forward, just like that. Now, rather than just going forward like this, I actually continue to turn and I come out sideways like that. So I go and back, heel turn, and side. Do you see that? I did a little bit of extra turn as I came onto my toes, as I rose out of the heel turn part. I just continued to turn to the side. I know. And it's subtle. I love it. It's so subtle. I love it. So I go back, heel turn, and side. Just like that. See that? Now, boys, you do this. You go forward with the right foot. You step across and round the lady with the left foot. You step to the side with the right foot. And it's very important you do this nicely, boys, because as in the reverse turn, the lady's doing all the work. She's putting her heels together. So if you interfere with her at all, and you know what you're like, fellas, you're going to knock her off balance. It's a disaster. So the lady stops here, like this. She's got nowhere else to go apart from turning. So if you keep coming towards her like this, you're going to knock her past her feet. She's not going to be able to do a heel turn. She's going to be very uncomfortable. She's going to be furious for knocking her off her heel turn, and rightly so, ladies. So boys, you have to go forward with the right foot. Now as the ladies close her feet, you swing forward but finish to the side like that. Here. And then I continue to go to the side like this. So I'm on my toes, as is the lady at this point in time. Now, I now do the hover cross part of it. The hover bit is the fact that I'm hovering like this on my toes. And the cross part is that I place my right foot across, my left foot across my right foot like this. But I haven't turned. You see that? So I go like that, and I go here and out. So I go and step, replace, side. Cross, replace, side. Now to hover, because I don't go through it, so it doesn't become a step, I just hover onto it and then come off it. Nice, isn't it? Hover onto it and come off it. And I feel like everything goes past my head. Feel that? Or see that rather? Up and there. And whoop and there. Only do it once, you don't sort of carry on like a lunatic. So I get to here, and ladies, you do this. Back, replace, side. Preferably on balance. Back, replace, side. This is what all you do. Behind and side. So you're doing the natural opposite to the man. But fellas, your left foot goes in front of the lady. So as I step here, I'm now in front of the lady's left leg, the one that's stationary. So ladies, as you do this here, boys, you step in front of this here, this area here. You don't try and go in here between the feet. That would be a disaster. Obviously, you understand what all this means. Ridiculous. Get the idea? That's half across. Isn't there enough staff to cover you part-time? Well, let me start a conversation here, Michelle. Let's do it. Been there, done that. I really have. I really have missed half a clock. I don't know what you've been and where you've been and what did you do when you got there. How much turn after the heel turn? Sharon. Well, you go in, imagine this. So I'm going to do this. I do a heel turn on the diagonal line to here, and I would normally step out forwards down the straight line. But I'm actually going to continue to turn an extra quarter to there. So I'm backing sort of view, so I'm facing my man. So rather than come out forwards, I come out to the side. So really the heel turn gets to here, there, I finish the heel turn there, and the next part is me continuing the turn from my balls, the balls of my feet really, here, there. Otherwise it might be painful. So I would get to that position there. Now I do the cross behind, there, replace, side. So that is the amount of turn. It's like an extra quarter of a turn. It's actually an extra quarter of a turn. So boys, you go into here, you go step, step, and continue to step. So there's a bit more turn for the boys. And then I step across myself here, step, replace, side, and then I come out and feather finish where I step across myself the same way as I did out of the reverse turn. Ladies, you go step back here underneath yourself, and so that you're dancing, boys, outside partner. Remember we talked about outside partner here? So I'm dancing to the right of her right leg. So that's a standing leg. The left leg is moving backwards, taking the step, but the other leg's here. So I don't go in line, I go outside. Now let me just do this for you once, because I keep forgetting, people will join us all the time. So if you're joining us for the first time, the principle of inside and outside partner, or inline or outside partner, is that when we're standing in closed position, here like that, like this, so I'm here and the lady is here, just slightly offset, so she's this side of my tie. We would be lined up all the way down, so the lady's feet, if I just part my feet very slightly, the lady's toes would, her right foot would be pointing between my feet and her left foot would be here, and vice versa. My right foot would be pointing between her feet, my left foot is outside her right leg, so this is outside partner. So when I step forward normally here, and vice versa here, we're dancing in line between the feet. When I step outside partner, what that means is, as the lady steps backwards on her left foot, rather than step forward between her feet, I step to the right of the right leg. So I'm standing outside of her feet, and that's what we call outside partner. You'll also notice that as I'm dancing in line, if you imagine two floorboards, I'm just walking on the two floorboards here like this. When I dance outside partner, I put both feet on the same floorboard. So it's a narrow line. Do you see that line? And the lady does the same. When she steps backwards and is dancing outside partner, she tends to step a little bit more underneath herself. and that makes the whole thing a bit narrow and gives it a bit more room to step outside partner. So feather finish here is a classic example of this. As I step forward with my right foot outside partner, you see how I'm dancing quite narrow through the base, on balance obviously, and I feel like I'm on a tightrope. It's not that narrow, but I feel like I'm on what we call one track, and the lady's doing the same thing, and it makes it comfortably outside partner. I've also got a slight turn of the body here. So, because the lady stood here. So I'm always trying to face the lady with my body. So if my tie is here, I'm always trying to point my tie towards my lady, even if I'm looking over there. My lady stood here, I was just trying to turn this little bit into her. So whenever I'm dancing, I never danced away from her. She stood there, I stood here. So you get to see a full frontal. Lovely as it might be in her mind, it's never attractive in the ballroom dancing. So I just turn my body very slightly and I step forward outside partner, and it all becomes rather comfortable then. And sort of, you can't imagine doing it any other way. I don't know why I bothered trying to do it the other way. It was terribly uncomfortable. This is marvellous. And then we swing back in line. I know a lot of you have heard all that before, but it's really because we get a bit sort of casual with the language, start throwing all these terms about, and feel like when I'm watching a cookery show, it's like lobbing all this language around. I don't know what they're talking about. So that is the inside and outside of partner. Should we do that again? So, and we'll talk about heel turns again for the ladies. So we're going to go back, heel turn, slightly overturned. I step the cross back here, I step back out there, I step to the side, and now I'm outside partner into the feather finish. And at this point here, my right toe rolls off the floor. This is a classic position for the lady. Classic position for the lady, where she's between the feet and the foot rolls off the floor. That there's a classic position for the lady. Now, the boys, we go forward with the right foot, we continue to turn with the left, and then step to the side with the right. I then step across myself with the left foot, or replace, I step to the side, ladies here, in this position here. I now step outside partner, across myself, like that. Do you see how that? Body's facing the lady, my feet are pointing over there, on one track, and we're all perfectly in balance, looking, dare I say, magnificent. That is the ouvert la crosse. I said that in French, obviously, just for Pascal and Marion, because it's Pascal's birthday. Are the hover cross all quicks outside the first pass? Frankie, good question. We start off with a slow. So the timing goes slow with the right foot. So I go slow, quick, 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 and then out with a slow. So it is all quicks after the first step. For the lady, we go slow, quick, 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 and then we come out with a slow through there. So yes, it is all quicks, because you're on your toes. In Foxtrot, invariably, if you're on your toes for something, it's going to be a quick. So a weave maybe, quick, quick, quick. These are all quicks. When we put the heel down, it's invariably a slow. There are exceptions to the rule, of course, because it's ballroom dancing, nothing's set in stone, but generally speaking, that is the timing of that. Pascal, merci. Please go say get well soon to my mum, Suzanne. Please, Anton, she's not well. Victoria Davies, his mum, Suzanne. We hope you get well very soon, and we hope you haven't got anything nasty and you're just feeling a bit under the weather. And get well soon. Much love from us all. Very swish, thank you, Gillian. Be right back. Washing machine vibrating its way across the kitchen. Pamela, when you've got to go, you've got to go, my love. 3-step is an exception, exactly, Frankie, which is what I was thinking about when I was explaining about the heels and the toes. The 3-step, slightly technical question you've got here, Frankie, about heels and toes in the 3-step. For the lady, it just rolls backwards, but for the men, they've got a funny rise and fall because we're in line with the lady all the way through. Perhaps we'll do that another time, because that's quite a technical question. And I just want to spend the last few minutes talking about the ladies heel turn again, because Amy, I'm going to miss you so much next week as well. I can actually do this at speed, yay. Well done, Michelle. Lost connection, Deborah. You'll be back straight away. Okay. Yeah, actually, I've gone a bit buffery on my end again. So let's just talk about the oué heel turn for the lady going the other way. We did it going in the reverse turn, which was this way here. We're now doing it as a natural turn, which means we're going to turn to the right. So we go backwards on our left foot for the girls. And as we discussed the other day, don't think of it, I don't think we get trapped in the heel turn because they think about it as a thing. It's a heel turn. I must turn on my heels. You don't really turn on your heels. You turn on one heel and then you close your feet. If we didn't call it heel turn, we should call it a change you going from one direction to the other. You would just do this and walk. So that's all it is. It's step, close, step. And that's all I'm after. But what you do, but you must turn on the heel and then close your feet. Do you see that? I'll do it again slowly. I go back. If I didn't close my feet, I just do that. So I'm really only turning on one foot and then closing the other one to it. Like that. So I go and back, heel, turn, and then forward on the toe. You always come out forward on the toe because as I go forward from there, I roll onto the balls of my feet, onto my toes, and I just walk forward onto the toe. What can I tell you? It's a beautiful thing. The heel turn is a beautiful thing. And when you do it nicely, you do it like, it just feels great. So I go back, heel, turn, and side. Do an extra bit of turn, and I go back, replace, side, side. There you are, feather finish position, classic position for the lady, and now I'm going to come out with the slow. And that, as they say, is that of a cross, of a do cross. Basic gait. How are we doing your end? Love the heel turns, Debbie. Fabulous. Made it much higher. I've always made them much higher and made it difficult. There is this thing, you see, about the heel turn. We do a big heel turn and we have to pop up and then step forward. You can flatten that all out, really. You do go forwards onto your toes here, but you step. It's a natural sort of peeling onto a toe. And of course, girls, you've got a heel on. I mean, you've got a 2.5 inch thin stiletto heel. So it's hard enough as it is doing it on one heel when your heel is this big. It's perfect for me. I've got flats on, I do it all day long. So it's really important to get that technique correct because otherwise you just make it even more difficult. Give yourself a chance, girls. Sarah, first time I joined, I have some catching up to do. Sarah, well, only a little bit of catching. We're not going mad, but we hope you're enjoying the class, Sarah. This is the Foxtrot hovercross. You go back to the last one and you'll see that we did the feather step, reverse turn and 3-step, which is very simple. The reverse turn is the heel turning again. So if you crack this one, you'll crack that one and you've got the whole dance. Piece of cake ready. So not too hard. It's not too hard. Not going, still prefer my slippers. Deb, of course, why wouldn't you? Love to have a cross, but I do tend to bob. Val, if you want to bob, my love, you bob away. Just keep your knees a bit softer and just roll through the feet. It's a bit, you don't have to pop up. Everyone does this. Girls always tend to go up and then out. Don't do that. Just move forwards. Close your feet and then move forwards. It's just a rolling through. Well done all. Hover cross. Cracked it. You guys are great. Thank you very much indeed. See you, what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, catch up tomorrow. Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday. Catching up tomorrow. We'll have a quick go over everything we've done this week. Marvellous job. See you at 3 o'clock if you can make it for a bit of cardio and a bit more abs. Ooh, we're going to be so mad, fabulous we are. Thank you very much. Maxine's cracked it. Tracy, I've private messaged you on FB. Oh, Amy. Tracy, Amy's private messaged you. We're all intrigued to know what it is now. Sorry, Trace, we're all desperate to know what it was. It was T-Angel. Are you not hot in that get-up? T-Angel? No, I'm all right. I'm not moving too much. Nice to see you, T-Angel. Thank you all. Listen, see you at 3. These sessions 5. They do, Trace, don't they? I can't believe it. It's already. Sammy, good to see you. Frankie, see you later, my love. And well done all. Thank you very much. And if it's your first time joining us today, you'll see that I love reading the live chat. It's my favourite bit. LFB's Facebook, Maddie, I knew that. Well done all. The FB returns. Yes, you know it makes sense. Thank you, my darlings. Much love. See you a bit later.